Hi, everybody. This is James Van Praagh. You recognize me, I'm sure. Maybe. Hope so. I don't know. I've been around for a long time. And today I wanted to share with you something which I'm so happy to share with you, in that many people out there in the public have a question about psychic mediums. So I'm going to share with you my opinion of that, in that a psychic medium, I think, is a wrong term, okay? Because a medium, every medium is psychic. Not every psychic is a medium. So every single one of us is psychic. In that, what is psychic? Psychic is intuition. The word intuition means into the soul. So it's your soul's language. And we all have that instinct. It's our sixth sense. We're born with it. It's our survival. That's how we are able to survive, because our mothers have a telepathic, intuitive, or instinctive connection with us. We're very connected. That's really intuition, psychic. It's just labels, but there you go. So you know when all of a sudden you get a phone call and you know who's on the other end of it, or perhaps you get an invoice or bill in the mail, when we have mail, or even online, and you don't open it, but you know the amount it is, right? That's your intuition. Or you think of someone, all of a sudden they reach out to you. Intuition. We use intuition every day. And there are ways of using your intuition, practicing your intuition in practical and fun ways. For instance, if you're looking for, let's say you go to a store and you want a sale on, I don't know, jeans, and you've never been in the store before, try to intuit where it is in the store. Where is it located? What aisle is it in? What location in the store should I go to? Or another great one is you're making reservations at a restaurant which you've never been to. Try and intuit what the restaurant looks like on the inside, what the formation is, what the wallpaper or the walls look like. Become even more detailed in your intuitive sense about what the host or hostess looks like, where your table will be. When you're sitting at your table, what are you going to be looking at? Yeah? Even going as far as, what is the menu going to be like? Just try to intuit what kind of specials they're going to have without knowing anything. Another one, of course, is like we're at a building with many elevators there. Try to intuit which elevator is going to be first, comes in. So there are all these different ways that you can use your intuition, your sixth sense, and build that muscle up. And the more you develop that muscle, the stronger it becomes. So that's psychic. Now, psychic for most people is easy. It's that sense of knowingness. I feel a certain way. It's what we call clairsentience, is clair-feeling. So you're really your solar plexus. It's what's being used here. This is the power center for psychic work. Think of it also this way, that every one of us are radios. We receive signals and we give out signals. We receive signals and give out signals. And the more open that we are and more developed in our psychic self, we'll be able to recognize those signals coming in, whose signals they are, whose transmissions they are, and be able then, of course, to send out the right responses. So very important to know the signals and what you're feeling, what you're sensing. It helps in every aspect of your life. It really does help with the choices you make in your life, because life is a series of choices, and you will intuitively know what feels right, what doesn't feel right. If you're going to move into a new apartment or a house, what feels right, what feels not right. A new job, what feels right to me, what doesn't feel right. This person that you're looking at, are they right for me, or are they not right for me? You'll feel it. Again, the more you start using that part of yourself, that sense, the stronger it will become. Now, mediumship, this is another one. So mediumship, every medium has a strong foundation of psychic, of intuition. I remember as a child, I was always very intuitive first. I would know who's going to come to dinner when someone would show up. I would know what friend was sick from school. I would know things were going to happen before they happened. It really was pretty shocking. I knew the JFK assassination was going to happen before it happened. I was 5 years old. And I said to my mother, someone would be shot in the head. And it happened 2 days later. I mean, things like that happened all the time, but I was highly intuitive, and many mediums are. So what mediumship is, and the difference is that when you're a medium, you work with a higher frequency or higher energy. Psychic work is kind of a lower range. It's fine, it's great work, it's intuition, but when you work as a medium, you build up the frequency, the vibration, the energy, to such a point. Because what is energy, basically? Energy are molecules that vibrate at a certain rate, at a certain speed. And every day, a psychic work, we vibrate at a certain level. But when you work with mediumship, you have to bring up that vibration, that frequency with the mind, and you really work with energetically to bring up that energy to a certain level, to a higher frequency of being. You place your mind as higher frequency. And once you get to that higher frequency, you need to sustain that higher frequency and stabilize it at that level. Not easy to do. So you have to learn to practice that and develop to stay at that higher level. The reason it's called mediumship is because you're raising your vibration to a certain level. The spirit world lower their vibration to meet you halfway, in the middle, medium, right? So it's in the middle. They will meet you halfway. Not easy to do for us because our natural frequency, energetic beings we are, is a lower vibration. This three-dimensional physical world is a very slow, moving, dense vibration. Not our natural, really. It's not really natural, but in this three-dimensional box we're in, this physical world, it vibrates slower. The moment we're released from here, when we go home at the end of life, we go to this faster vibration. And for many people, they come back to this level like, oh, I don't want to go near there again. It was so slow and dense. So as a medium, one has to develop and learn to bring themselves up to that higher level and to sustain it. Not easy, but it comes with practice and development. And also another very important part of mediumship is to be able to have the discernment between what's I'm thinking of here in my head or what's coming from the spirit world. And part of that is if you're thinking about it, you're in your head. You're not doing mediumship. Because mediumship is open. It's surrendering. It's allowing yourself to be on that higher level and not thinking about it. Because if you're thinking about it, you're in the human. You're not in the spirit, right? So the difference between those two, and many people don't know this, and I've seen this on television, I've seen these demonstrations with mediums, I say, quote, mediums, who don't understand the technical mechanics of mediumship. And they'll be giving a wonderful mediumship message with details, evidential details, and then they'll drop down the psychic, say, and your mother said you're getting a job next week, and there's going to be 3 people in that job, and you're also going to be moving, and it's more psychic, it's for forecasting, it's the here and the now. And they don't realize they've just dropped down to the psychic, which is much easier for a lot of people, right? I love psychics, it's great, but we got to know the difference between being in the mediumistic aspects and being in the psychic aspects. 2 very different things. So the term, by the way, psychic medium, it's an oxymoron for me because, again, every medium is psychic. So I'd assume they're going to be psychic because why would we see them if they're not? So I would say more the medium, evidential medium, or just medium, spiritual medium, which I call myself. That's the right terminology. I'm someone who is very much involved with integrity and teaching and bringing things out the right way, the correct way to other humans in this world. Don't put out misinformation. Right? So part of that is correcting that which I see. And another thing, it's very important that, there are mediums out there, I see, they just want to be famous. I want a TV, I want this. The wrong reason. Do it for the service of humans. That's really it. And once you do the work in the right way and of service, the spirit world will always take care of us. So anyway, that's the difference between psychic, right? That and the mediumship. 2 very distinctive things. And I'm so passionate about this work that I've decided that my legacy, I got to leave the world something besides my books. So I created the JVP School of Mystical Arts, an online community where I actually have 3 different courses. One is on a psychic intuition work, and the other is on mediumship certification. I have a psychic portals. Please check them out if you'd like to, and see which resonates with you. If you'd be interested in delving into that a little further. Because I think it'd be very valuable for you if you're on your journey, your path, and you're looking for insights. So I welcome you, and I hope you'll join me, and I'll see you in school. Thank you very much.